Satsang. So, let's continue. No efforts are required to be yourself. It looks like it's a tremendous effort to realize oneself when the mind is all powerful and suggests that you are somebody else, something else than what is. So the shortcut would be to ask, who is that one who makes so much effort, eventually even to be effortless? Who is that one? And if you can tell anything about that one, it's just a thought, a concept you grasp once upon a time. It is not reality.
You can't grasp reality. It is where everything appears. And you can rest in it. Or am I? I'm still looking for the difference between knowing and realizing.
And if you remove that want what happens to you? If you remove that troublesome thought,
It's like sparkling. It's funny.
yeah, but
It's
you
the-
see,
A few satsangs ago, I had this drop. The only thing which makes me now again sad and not the only thing, but the main thing is that I want to be free, and I want to be free. So this thought is another identity looking for freedom.
yeah, that's what I say. If you drop now,
this.
if you drop, because all the questions or the whatever comes up, you see, is because there is that base. I am bound, and so next step, I want to be free.
And I want
Next step, how, and this, and that, and then, as you say, a new personality called the seeker is built.
yeah.
And then you never question the seeker. You never question the seeker. Who said at first, I'm completely convinced I am bound, and so many arguments to tell it. So, why not to shake that first conviction? Are you a seeker? In the history of your life, maybe you have been a seeker for a while, or you are a seeker now, but that is your conviction. You've just to shake it. And you can't shake it, you just put it into question. Whatever you describe, whatever you can put into question, it's not you. It's not who you are. Huh? It can be once for all, but you will catch the next but. Instead of being so happy, so simple, that's it. I have seen enough with my mind, I will not go into any but and if and whatnot. You can make it now. Maybe there is so much attachment to the mind, to what you know.
I think that it's an old thing about...
And you are not very sad, huh? You are not very sorry.
Sorry?
Sorry to go again in your mind.
Now.
After... Of course
After.
now. Of course now. It is only now.
It's only to describe. I know that
To
it's
describe.
the mind. It's a story about. I think it's an old, like a monarch or something. He has to be.
But I told you to remove that suitcase
Yes.
yesterday.
Yes.
And you came back with the suitcase? Uh-huh.
Maybe it's that I don't trust the stillness. Or
No.
it's. I still think there must be something, or
Don't
there must
worry.
be more.
Don't worry about that.
And it's not. Somehow, I'm sure
Mm.
it's not.
It's not what?
There's nothing more than this to look for. And still, I
Yeah,
think,
but
is
you
it
don't
this?
know what it is. You say, okay, there is nothing more than this, because I understood the whole thing and all, but you don't know what it is.
And how
You
do
made an idea in your mind. Instead of not following your mind, then you realize what it is. And then you will also not speak like this. Yeah, but it's up to you.
Yeah.
You are not enough vigilant probably to see that whatever you follow or you wish to whatever get an answer or an experience or an attainment, it is the mind which invented that because it creates itself every split second with new discoveries, unless you are a boredom one, so it's always the same ones. But anyway, it's always a creation. It's up to you. But for that, you have to get this tremendous determination to be freed from it. From this so-called tyranny. Because it's a tyranny. If you follow every thought, even every 10 thoughts, it's a tyranny. Which brings you far, far away in time and space. So far away from who you really are. At least it gives you that sense of separation that makes you search. Because you see, in reality, where is the difference between this and that? Only the mind creates it. So maybe you are not yet enough clear or not yet enough determined. Whatever it is, you can know. It's never late.
And when you're there, you're sure. It's no more question. I think. It's not.
When you see that the rope was not a snake, even if you see a snake, you laugh or you shiver, but then you go over, ha ha ha, it's a rope. What? There is no question. That's why the mind is quiet, no, about it. The mind is definitively quiet. It doesn't, it disappears there. It appears for other things according to the span of life of this body and mind. But about that, about the search, you know, many times you did that.
It's.
You know, many times.
How many?
Yeah. Ah. Yeah. You want to continue?
No, I don't want to continue.
Yeah, but then do what you promise yourself.
I see that the mind is really fine. It can also imitate
Of course.
state of
But it is gross.
quietness.
It is gross. It is gross.
Yes.
Of course, what
I don't
imitates?
want that.
It's
And
only
that's
the
why
body and the mind.
I still, when...
Whatever you can see, describe or know of yourself, even if you are in total samadhi, you will know it. It's not who you are.
No.
Yeah, so it doesn't matter if you still do like this.
But that makes me angry.
Why?
I think I've seen so many people like...
But don't care about people, care about you. You care so much about people that you don't realize just now.
Including this one.
Huh?
Including this one.
Yeah, but don't speak of others.
No.
You are not, why should you be angry? You are like this, you thought, okay. Now you hear it's not that. You needed that much time to hear it. Don't be angry. Those who never did any search and never did anything, you think they understand what we say? It's Chinese for them. It is absolutely what's about. No, it's not for me. It's not interesting. Oh, philosophy. No, and so on. but you like it. Me too. If I think of my story, I say, oh my God, why so much time? Of course, so much time. Depends for each one, maybe you're short or not, but of course, habits, convictions, and you don't even go straight to the seeker, to the I. Of course, so much time. Otherwise, split second. Not even, it's an expression. Okay. We transport in our mind layers of ideals, archetypes. And about this liberation and wise people, oh la la, it's a full world. So you see, unless you go straight away to the one who sees, you have to remove one by one in an infinite, till you understand this will be an infinite processes. Doubts and images and archetypes. I give up. No end. Till you understand that's not the direction. The mind is like that. It's not about the mind at all. It is from where it's the source of the mind. That's where I am already. I keep quiet there. I keep quiet there. I'm very happy for you.
Ganga, you said yesterday in Satsang it took you 30 years to be finally able to question the I.
Yes, I just explained.
Yeah. You just explained.
One transports so many concepts, ideas, and whatnot.
I'm asking this because I have the feeling that I never really questioned the I, or that this is actually left.
Yeah. I'm not sure.
It doesn't matter what I do or
You are
not
right.
do. This.
You are right.
And do you remember maybe what enabled you to question the I finally?
No, but I can. It will help you more if I tell you, be still. Then you realize, be quiet.
Then I am quiet. I mean, but
you go in your mind.
This I is there.
You go in your mind. Why? So you are not quiet.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, no, probably then. At least I don't think maybe about tomorrow, about yesterday. I mean, this maybe it's then, but still I have the feeling I am not thinking, or I.
But what you bring me went into your mind, huh? You must have an image, a strong idea of what is liberation, which doesn't fit with your experience, daily life experience or whatever. And that is hindrance. So we have not to keep anything. Because it, even then, when it is obvious, you see, the mind cannot say anything about it. The mind is unable to say anything. He can say up to his last expression or joke or whatever. Mm. That's what is meant by don't land anywhere, you see. If you go in your mind, you have to land on some belief, doubt, question, whatever experience. Not to land is to keep quiet with the mind. To keep quiet. Let it appear or not, you keep quiet. Mm.
Ganga, on Monday I gave a striking example with a glass of water, and making clear difference between speaking about drinking water and actually drinking it like we do now.
Sure.
And I asked myself at that moment, what is like drinking water totally reliable here for me in satsang? And you gave the answer later on the same satsang. When you spoke about the question, who am I?
Yeah.
And it used to be also kind of abstract for me, who am I? About absence of this, or absence of that.
Yeah.
But you directed this question for me to what brought me here to satsang in the first place.
Yeah.
And this is not an absence, but it's presence. And I've been for days walking around how to express this in satsang, but as soon as I open my mouth, it's hiding behind the words somehow. But it's the change of an abstraction to a presence, a real presence.
Okay. But the presence of whom?
Of that which brings me here doesn't belong to whom or to me, or it's my own, if I could say this, but it doesn't belong to anyone.
And you like to keep this word presence?
By lack of anything else, maybe.
Just be careful, just be vigilant, because you see, when you repeat often a quality, the mind is very happy and quick to make it a concept. And because it came because you had the concept of absence or the experience, so of course it's not like this anymore. Now you speak of presence, so be careful. Be careful. I know when one speaks, he has to use words, but just be very careful. This mind is absolutely not trustable, and what he utters.
It is as if I use this word to point. is wrongly said in the sense that it's not an experience,
Yeah,
which
yeah,
presence
okay.
would be an
I
experience.
can accept it,
Yeah.
but I just
Yeah.
say,
Yeah.
be vigilant with this word. Yeah. Because you see who you are will create absence and presence, which are already an expression. Because you see, we can, with experiences in the search, we can see that we have indirect experiences. You see, you have experiences which are quite far away from I, even though they touch layers of the consciousness very deep and subtle. Now, some experience, we call it direct expression. This is like presence, for example. To me, it shows up like a direct expression. But even a direct expression is not it. It's not it. That comes from who you are. Sure. And that can appear and disappear also. Now, of course, in words, we'll say that reality is always here. Or is permanent in comparison with all the other things which appear and disappear, which are impermanent. So those words are used sometimes, but it's not appropriate to use them all the time. If you make a title of a book like The Presence, the presence of the now, there is like that, already it is quite fixed. It's quite a platform. So one has to be very vigilant with the mind. But I'm happy for you.
Yeah. And when I say that which brings me here, that's not a presence. So that I don't know how to say
It's who you are.
Yeah.
Who you are is very happy to just be self-evident. That's an expression already said, but doesn't matter also. Maybe it is more obvious who you are, want it to be more obviously who you are.
Yeah.
You drink the water.
I didn't sleep much this night.
It's a good sign. And then what kept you awake?
I loved not to go with the thoughts.
Not to go. Yeah. And you have seen that the background is also a thought.
Yeah.
Then keep quiet. come you are changed? What happens?
Hmm?
How come you are changed?
Meaning?
Meaning
You
you
see,
don't speak much. How you would say? What you would say?
what will I say?
What you would say? How come you don't speak? He lost. He lost. He lost. He lost it. And you, Narayan, you don't want to say anything. Why? Why? Nothing to say? That's good. For this, it's good. Me too.
Yeah, I want to say something. Oh, my heart is beating like mad. What you said yesterday about the unmoving background was also a veil.
A whale.
A veil.
Yeah.
Veil. Yeah, this is still with me.
Very good.
And I wanted 1 week before, so when I asked about landing, I meant this platform. I meant somehow I meant this.
Yes, I know. I'm very happy you speak out. Oh, excellent. So if you speak out, is that you acknowledged it at least? You have seen. So what have you to do now? What have you to do now?
Fine.
Keep quiet. That's keeping quiet. Never before. Oh là, what an assembly. An assembly of rishis. Oh la. In Alfambra.
Yeah, when you said unmoving background, is
You recognize yourself. You recognize the attainment of the seeker. Don't stop there. Now we need some water now. Everybody has to drink some
Indian way. Thank you.
something to clear. Coming to satsang, it makes lots of questions come up and concepts and doubts and everything. And I want to tell you because I started to get a headache. I wanted to tune in somehow on that what is always here.
Mm-hmm.
Because I can't believe that I never knew it. If it's always here, it
Yeah.
can't be that I have no idea what can be.
Yeah.
And of course I had some experiences of feeling in no time, no space. But I wanted to go in time across my whole life. And I ended in experience of my first birthday, when it was a very strong experience. I have a memory of it when I first meet the world, the mind. And it was very scary. Once everything appeared.
Yeah.
And I thought that there is somebody, I, and the world, but it couldn't be true. It's not good.
Okay.
And I realized that since that I'm looking for something
Yeah.
which is true.
Yeah. So it's long ago.
Long ago.
Okay.
And I didn't know that I'm a seeker. I didn't
Okay.
know exactly what I'm searching.
Yeah, yeah. Of
But,
course, can happen.
I had just the feeling that I want to be free of, in all meanings.
Yeah.
And this inquiry, this tuning on, I tried to remember what was before this experience. Should be something, because I was 1 year old.
Yeah.
And
But you see, this thing is not in time, so you have not to trace back your existence.
yes,
You do it now. It's here now,
yes,
as it was looking like now at the time when you saw, oh, this can be true, and what it. So the same is here now.
yes,
So don't carry the history, your history,
yes,
and you can do the same. Whatever you see is a mind appearing, a body appearing. And you are from where it comes, from where it appears. That's what you are. And it is definitively something else. It's of a real nature, and what you see, what appears, is unsubstantial. It comes from there. In fact, there is no separation. But because you made first a separation, a question, then you had to become a seeker to go back
yes.
from where you come. But now you may know, you may understand the processes. So what you have to do, what is in your mind now?
When I'm aware, I can go there. always.
Don't go there. You are there always.
Stay.
You go somewhere else.
Yes.
Then just keep quiet. Just keep quiet. And whenever there is no quietness, no, it's an appearance.
Mm.
So don't let any confusion come in. Who you are is always here.
I know it.
Then what do you search?
I still a habit to fighting against windmills.
Against
Windmills.
windmills, yeah. The habit may continue. No, it's a habit. You are at the proper place.
Mm.
Always. You never left.
Mm.
And sometimes you have a dream. Then it stops. Again another dream. Then it stops.
I don't want to believe.
It's a thought.
Mm.
Something appeared.
Mm.
I doesn't want to believe. Boop. Gone. That's next. Is there anything in what the mind presents? The mind doesn't want to believe. Will you believe that suggestion? No, so no problem. You cannot control this creation.
Mm. I have another question. I know it, and still I go out, and if I don't come to satsang again, I have to convince myself that it's it.
Yes, you don't have enough time. Your mind, you see, has strong habits.
Mm.
If you come to satsang for a while, quite a while, you have to also tell your mind, you see. Satsang tells your mind, keep quiet now.
Mhm.
You are not aware, don't never think. So, you see, then it helps. Then you have an enough strong support. Then the mind becomes even a friend, even if it just appears and disappears. It's because you don't have much satsang.
Mm.
You don't have much. Build your strength. Coming here, you build your strength. You don't need to learn anything. you saw, but build your strength. Yes, of course, the world will just tell even the contrary.
I just want to make a report.
Please.
Today, I was sleepy even before I came to the satsang.
I think you have a tiring life. You just need a lot of rest. You have a tiring life.
You think so?
To travel as you do, big fatigue. Yes, it's simply that.
Simply that?
Yeah, simply that. I would be deadly tired to do what you do.
But today, I was already sleepy when I came here.
Yeah.
And I just was very painful to have to put up with the sleep.
Mm.
But just a few moments ago,
Mm.
I just woke up.
Mm.
So
You
I was
woke up to
wondering,
what? That's interesting.
I know when I had a breakthrough from sleepiness, because I start seeing light. I start seeing light, so I know I'm out of it.
Okay. Right.
But I don't know what it is that created a breakthrough, because normally you hit me or you talk to me or something, right? Today I just didn't do anything. I just put up with the sleepiness and
Yeah, but the
suddenly-
important thing is to see you wake up to what? You see, you wake up to your known world, and then have you this automatism to ask, or at some point to be aware, oh no, I will not be fooled again. Let me see who I am. Who am I in reality? Or you go along and then you are in the real waking state of the world.
Not the normal kind of waking state when you come through this.
Okay.
There's a clarity.
Okay.
There's a clarity.
I think,
of
you see,
perception.
in your case, listen, you sleep, it's because your body is very tired. Don't make a big fuss about it. When you wake up, let's also not analyze that much all those states. When you wake up, take this time, take this opportunity to listen to a few directions in satsang, which reminds you that the body, the states belong to the body and the mind. And I'm not that. I'm not what I can experience in reality. It is I who experiences states. I. That's why we have to go back to this question. But who am I? Who am I? Can you answer this question, who am I?
My mind just becomes quiet when I ask that question.
Okay, now you see from where this quietness comes, rises. That's all. That's who you are. That's who you really are. It's not the mind is quiet. It will be agitated again, it will be quiet again, so there are states. But from where? From where? This is who you are. It comes, everything comes from you, from the self. And disappears, goes on changing, comes, goes, comes, disappears, comes. It's a constant flow of impermanency. To realize who you are. Through realization, not through an answer, not through a state. Mm-hmm. You're quiet? You're quiet? But trouble it a little bit. Trouble it asking, who is quiet?
Who is quiet?
Yeah, you go in the direction of that, which will be unseen, unexperienced, unheard, unknown. Then keep quiet. Okay? So. something coming up, Kamali? Okay. I cannot otherwise. Thank you. Oh, jag har not very sitt. Thanks to you. Thanks to your determination. This is wonderful.